Hello. Hello, Craig Swin. Sorry I was late. I got hung up checking on something. If you post it, it'll make it look like it's going to show immediately. All right. Anyway, I'm here with a blended Irish whiskey taste challenge, late morning taste challenge, and I have from 1780 Jameson blended Irish whiskey, triple distilled. They use single grain. I'm sorry. They use column still grain whiskey, probably 80% of it, and some single malt whiskey, probably about 20% of it. And then it's aged for 3 years and blended together, or either it's blended together then aged 3 years. I don't know. They don't say. Middleton Distillery, Cork, Ireland. So it's from a company called Irish Distillers. Middleton Distillery. They also make Paddy for Sazerac. If you look at the Irish Distillers website, they list Jameson. Obviously, it's their flagship brand. And I was looking at the Jameson website, and even though this bottle has no age statement, the Jameson website, John Jameson website, says it's aged 4 years. 4 years. Smooth Irish whiskey, and it is. $17.80. 242 years ago. Now, Kavanagh is only from 8 years ago. Introduced 8 years ago at the time of this recording, 2014. Produced in Ireland, also the Irish Republic, by Teeling Distillery, which has only been in business for 10 years, sorry. But Teeling doesn't list this on their website, so this may be, and this, but I can't say this for sure, this probably is produced by Teeling only for Trader Joe's as a private label, but I don't know that. I suspect it, but I don't know that. But I checked the trademark data. I know it's owned by trademark data, and I know it's owned by Teeling. The trademark was first used in 2014. It doesn't say triple distill. It says traditional distillation, and they show a rope, a gold rope that's tied with 3 points, which is making me think triple distillation. But they don't say that. They only imply that. Now, they claim they call it finest Irish whiskey. That's what their claim is. Finest. That's the name of it. Kavanagh Finest Blended Irish Whiskey. Some bottles say Kavanagh's. Strange, huh? Then there's a Kavanagh Irish Cream, which not Trader Joe's, Total Wine carries, but, well, Trader Joe's might have it too. There's Kavanagh Irish Cream. There's this one. That's 2. There's the single grain. That's 3. There's the single malt. That's 4. I saw a ruby cast finish, port finish, barrel finish. That's 5. So at least 5 different versions of it, but there's no website listing. Not that unusual. Sazerac, look at Sazerac. They make about 1,000 different brands of liquor: rum, brandy, gin, vodka, bourbon. They don't list them. You never know they exist unless you just be shopping at the store. All right. $19.99 for, I'm sorry, that's the price now. I paid $17.99. $17.99. Jameson, well, it was like about $23. Jameson, I don't know if it's worth what you're going to pay, but you're buying the name. It's the #1 selling Irish whiskey in the world, and it's going to command a better price because people know about it, they're aware of it, and they're going to buy it. If it's what people like this Kavanagh are going to call an off-brand, that's a bad term to use because people think it tastes off. You know what I mean? Like it's like spoiled or something. When they say off-brand, they mean off the grid of people's perception, off the main frame. Not well known. There are thousands of not well-known beer, wine, and liquor brands. That does not mean they're bad. Every company's not huge, okay? Some of them struggle to get their product on the shelf, all right? It's the same thing with jelly, potato chip snacks, pretzels, and so forth. It doesn't mean they're bad. It might mean it's bad if you try it and it doesn't taste good, okay? But it doesn't mean it's bad. Green bottle protects it from the light better than this clear bottle, Kavanagh, but it doesn't work as well as a brown bottle. So if you see a brown bottle, that's your best option to protect the product from the light damage. Green works okay, and clear isn't going to protect it at all. Panthers rule says, you, Bubba, you, back to you. Thanks for watching. All right. This is a day off for me, so. People say you just sit at home all day. All you do is drink. You never do anything. But they're only seeing the videos, see, so they don't realize I have a job. I work. I'm working at the same place for over 10 years. Well, over 10 years. I used to teach high school. I retired, taught for the university, two different universities. But you're only seeing like this little. I don't think making a video of me cutting the grass would be too interesting, or me painting the house. It's like, who would want to see that? You know, dust mopping the floor, going to the grocery store, reading a book about the origins of World War II, which was written in 1916. Great, fascinating book. You know, this not going to be interesting. You know, me drinking coffee and reading the Bible. So you only see like a little glimpse of it. So then and since mostly it's beer, wine, and liquor reviews, you're thinking that's the whole show. That's all I do, but it isn't. I don't think too many people would want to see a video of me sitting at the Tulane game watching football. I mean, who would want to see that? I wouldn't watch a video like that. I don't even watch vlogs. Like, there's so many people I'm subscribed to. They would be like, our trip to the city park, you know, and it's their family, the husband, the wife, the 2 children at the city park. I mean, I'm sure it's very nice, and but I'm not interested in it. That's not my family. I know what city park is like. It's like on Facebook, people will say, we went on a trip to Belize, and it'll be like 56 photos. I'm like, who in the world is going to look at 56 photos of somebody's trip to Belize? I barely know the people. It's like, do you love to look at other people's vacation photos? I don't. Now, if they posted 2 photos a day, like one in the morning, one in the evening, yeah, I mean, I would look at them. But this barrage of 56 photos, and a lot of times it'll be like the same photo, like from 22 different angles. The daddy at the beach, the mom at the beach, the daughter at the beach, the son at the beach, the mother, the father, and the mother, the father, and the son at the beach, the mother, father, and the daughter at the beach. And it's like, I'm like, it's the same photo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand that though. People want to see you vlog, bro. No, I don't even, like I say, I don't watch videos like that, so I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I'm not gonna make videos for something I wouldn't even watch. I wouldn't even watch my own videos. You know, it's like, no. Do the beer reviews, and you say, oh, that's what he thinks about the beer. I do the double downs when I find a brand that's worthy of doing it, or the taste challenges like this, and that's it. That's a specific thing. You can join Alcohol Eggs on Facebook, and that's what we talk about. You say, that's all you do. That's all you do. That's all you do. Well, what about Rock and Roll Club? I got to go catch up on some videos now from the last 2 days. I haven't been able to listen to these people's posts. I listen to everybody's posts, every single one. Some I like, others I'm like, how can you listen to I'm saying this to myself. I'm not ugly to the people. I'm like, you think this is good music? Like, I'm like dumbfounded. And I'll just tell them, well, that's the first time I heard that. And they'll press me on it. What do you think? I'll say, well, it's different. You know, if they keep pressing me on it, I mean, it's pretty obvious I don't want to answer the question. And then I'm like, well, I try to be diplomatic. I'm like, well, it's not really my type of music. But some people will pin me down. And then I'll say, well, it's terrible. You know, it's horrible. How can you listen to this? It's terrible music. And sometimes I get angry. I'm quitting your group. All you do is put down my music. I'm like, you asked me. I'm the only one in the whole group of hundreds of people that even listen to the song. Nobody else listened to it. Then you got people who want to post an entire album. Oh, it's an awesome live album from 1973. It's only 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, but you don't listen to anybody else's music, not even 2-minute songs. But yet you want everybody else to listen to a 2-hour album. And they'll say, well, I know everybody ain't going to do that. I just posted it. I say, yeah, but I do it. I listen to every single song in this group, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And a lot of it's ugly. You know, so it's very rude to expect people to listen to a over 2-hour concert from a band you don't even care about when you won't even listen to other people's 2-minute posts. You know, so, I mean, those don't last. That's not good. That's not cool. And we all know people like that. They want you to look at their 2000 vacation photos, and they won't even, you could tell them about your trip. You know, we went to California, and you talking to them, and they're not even listening. They're looking at something else. I'm like, oh, okay, I know these type of people. It's all about the me. You know what I'm saying? Everything they do is important, but what you do, they don't care nothing about it. And I don't deal with people like that. What are we sipping on today, says K. Jean. Skaga says, hello, everyone. Clap, clap. We're sipping on Jameson. And we're going up against Kavanagh. And I think Jameson's going to kill it. I want to retract that. I don't think it's going to kill it. I think it's going to win, though. Yeah, we're talking about $5 to $6 a bottle difference. 5, 6, maybe 7. I doubt it's $7, but at least $5 or $6. Is it going to be $5 or $6 better? Well, I hope so, because I paid $5 or $6 more for it. I hope it's better. I paid for it. All right. Yeah, that smells like wood and not much else. Now, see, to me, in my thinking, Jameson's kind of bland. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's a mass production, mass appeal, because I'm not against mass production. Some people are. They're socialists, and they live in their own little incorrect world. But my problem with mass appeal is that it just doesn't have a whole lot of, it's got to appeal to everybody, so it can't have too many particular details, or it's going to turn somebody off, This seems to have more vanilla, and I thought the Kavanagh had more vanilla, but remember now, I've gotten 1 right and 3 wrong. 1 and 3. Not a good average at all. 25% accuracy rate. People might be watching and saying, well, why should I even watch the video? Your accuracy rate is terrible. I can agree with that. You might have a good point, but then there's one little problem with that. There's one little small technical problem, which is where are your live taste challenges, And the person might say, well, I don't do that. Oh, you don't do them, but you just call people out on them. Okay, I'll see how it works. See, I do it. I do it. I got played on that Corona Refresca Mas. They changed the label from white to orange. And I said, boy, I hope I don't pay $6 for these 2 cans. And it's something already reviewed. And it was. But I could revisit it. It could be a revisit, and I could do a dual review. But I know my friend Dave is going to be on the warpath saying, I don't like these kind of things, and my argument was with him is like, you acting like you drinking it all the time. You're just sampling it. You're not drinking it like profusely, and I don't either. It's not, it's not going to be some kind of tragedy because you drank a chocolate beer and then you did this mango citrus. Okay, I mean, I get it. I don't drink these either. Not regularly. Look in my fridge. What are you going to see? Natural ice. Oh, it's so regular. Oh, Miller Genuine Draft. Oh, that's so regular. Stag. Oh, that's so regular but unavailable. Yeah, but somebody sent it to me. This tastes so regular. I'm serious. It tastes like regular old Irish whiskey. It's got tannis root in it. It's just regular old Lipton's tea. Yeah. Yeah, but not quite. Yeah. What I mean to say, I think, but I've been fooling myself, like Styx says, you fooling yourself. I am fooling myself. And but I'm gonna get up. Get back on my feet. And I'm gonna make another attempt because I think it has creaminess, and I said a vanilla cream, and I thought the Kavanagh had a vanilla cream. And I could be wrong. But I hope I'm not, because if I go 1 and 4, I'm gonna feel so bad. Oh, so very bad. Oh boy, it's got a little wood and it has vanilla cream also. Oh man. Well, I know one thing. I may not get it right, but I'll tell you this much. There ain't no $7 difference. So should you pay the extra $5 to $7 for Jameson? Well, I guess you should if you want to say I bought a bottle of Jameson. It's a pretty bottle. Can't argue with that. It's a beautiful bottle. Green, olive green, or forest green. Yeah, forest green. Like a forest. Beautiful classic bottle. I love it. It's an okay looking bottle. Not bad. I don't love it. Don't hate it. Surely don't hate it. But I paid $17.99. And for the Jameson, I paid about $23.99. I think that's what it was. And I'm not tasting that difference. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Kind of like how bad we are going to feel when we drop to 0-3 after Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway. All right. Jameson has went up in price for sure. You mean has gone up? I hear a lot of people use that improper verb, helping verb. I'm talking about people that got college degrees say I have went there before. I'm like, no, you have gone there before. No big deal, you know. I know what you meant, right? You say you're being pedantic. I am, but I mean I know what you meant. But still, I'm funny like that. You say, oh, you're a funny bunny, you're a silly Billy. I'm not that. I'm just like Ozzy Osbourne said in 1975. I'm obsessed with fantasy and reality. Like John Lennon said in 1968, I'm so tired. I haven't slept a wink. I'm not tired. I slept fine last night. But I will curse Sir Walter Raleigh. All right. Skaga says, when I do my beer reviews, I call it all the way. I taste it. I've been called out a few times for my rating. If I don't like the taste of something, I'm not going to mislead anyone by saying it's good. I'm the same way because people will say all kind of insane things like, oh, you just saying that because the company sent you the beer. I said, no, I can give you evidence. Like, here's a perfect example. I've told the story a million times. When Negro Modelo contacted me in 2014, they're like, we want to send you all this stuff, and I don't think, first I thought it was kind of some kind of internet scam. I said, next thing they're going to ask for money. But they said, no, it's legit. A cutting board, spices from the spice house, which I never even used them all. I gave some to my friend David. I hope he used them. I hope he didn't waste them. Cutting board, two beautiful tulip glasses, gold rim, Negro Modelo glasses, which only broke one of them. So for $50 worth of Negro Modelo beer, $50, a little gift card, Visa card. There was only one little stipulation. I had to make videos where I cooked the food. I don't know why they picked me. I'm not a renowned chef. They said, we got Rick Bayless. And I said, and me? Because I make Vienna sausage with cheese. And you had to use like chicken with the chicken's marinade, dry rub, the pork, the beef. And then the fourth one was like a variety. You could use any kind of meat. I'm going to make the meat. I'm going to make all the meat, so, and then I had to make the videos and I posted them. Well, they're still posted, I think. Like some of them seemed like I couldn't find them. I said, did they get deleted? I didn't delete them. But I asked Modelo, I said, what you think about the videos? They're great. That's what he told me. They're great. I used all the money too, $50. And then people said, you got bought off. I said, no. And I told the Modelo people, I said, look, I'm not just going to say the beer is good because you gave me money. Or not money, but, money in kind. They said, yeah, but you already rated it an A-. That's what they told me on the email. I could find well, do they keep those emails up that long? They said, yeah, but you already rated it an A-. So what does that tell you? They checked me out first, knew that I gave the beer a good rating, and then they made this proposal. Actually, I went higher than an A- after I just kept drinking it. It's so good, Same thing with Paul Honor. They're like, oh, you want to try this Oktoberfest beer again? I'm going to say, yeah. But they told me the same thing. Well, we already looked at your videos and they were positive. That's what they did. I mean, I'm not stupid. I have enough sense. They cruised around the internet and found people that love Paul Honor. And they say, you want to try it? And they know they're going to make good videos. Now, the people that said Paul Honor was trash, garbage, the scum of the earth, people that said that, oh, it's horrible. Well, obviously, they did not contact them. So you're saying, well, they're just getting free advertising. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean it's dishonest, but yeah, yeah, it works. We know how it works. But it does involve some intelligence, which some people seem to fight against, or struggle with. Back to the main point. I think they're both fine, but I would not pay $7 extra for the Jameson. I wouldn't pay. Honestly, I wouldn't pay anything extra for the Jameson. I like the bottle, but it's not like I'm gonna have it up here as an artwork. So yeah. Do I like Jameson? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I recommend it. Do I have any kind of issues with it or hangups with it? I don't have any issues or hangups with Jameson. It's fine. Would I pay extra for it relative to other products? No, not in any way, because like I'm showing you right now, I paid $17.99 for some unknown brand. Is it as good as Jameson? Probably. And Total Wine saying it's aged 4 years as well. So y'all think everything that you never heard of is bad? You're wrong. It's not. What about, you say, what about stuff like Camo beer that nobody ever heard of? Yeah, that's really bad. Now that's truly bad. Luckily, we don't get it in Louisiana. Not that I would review it again. I mean, I would, I'd be like attracted to it in a perverse way. But I'm not going to see it. So has vanilla cream. It has it. It has it. Oak. Now look, I'm talking about the flagship of Jameson. They got a lot of Jameson whiskeys, and it ain't going to be $23. Some of them are going to be extraordinarily expensive, but they probably, they're probably worth it. Like, let's look at the website. They got Black Barrel. That's going to be way better than what I'm drinking, and it's going to cost you way more. They got the Stout Edition. It's going to be way better, and it's going to cost you way more. They got the IPA edition. It's going to be way better, and it's going to cost you way more. Now, the orange and the cold brew, well, those are liqueurs with orange flavor. Probably like some kind of like orange, navel orange extract or like dehydrated orange. I'm sure it's fine. I'm not going to drink it unless I get a little mini. The cold brew, same type thing, They got the ginger and lime, the cola in a can, the lemonade in a can. I saw those at the store yesterday. I didn't buy them because I'm not paying that price that they want. I would get them if I could find them on a doggone 99-cent closeout, something like that. But yeah, I mean, you say, yeah, but you say Kavanagh got single malt, single grain, and ruby port cask finish. They might rival the Jameson for less of a price. Yeah, that's right. They might. So I don't know. I'd have to do blind taste tests across the board, and I probably never get to that. Okay. Brendan says natural light gets undeserved hate. That's a perfect example. Is there anything wrong with natural light? No. You say, well, it's thin. It's so light. Yeah, well, it's a light beer, so it's kind of like what you would expect if you had any intelligence, which most people do. Some people are opposed to using it. Maxwell says, hello, Ron. Hello to you, Maxwell. Yeah, like natural ice. People say, oh, it's so bad. This guy at work told me that. Oh, that stuff's terrible. I said, oh, you've had it? He had to admit, well, I never actually had it. I said, oh, you're a very interesting reviewer. You've never had the beer, but you're going to give it a score. It's a novel way of doing it. What are the international enjoyment units on these, says Dan Page. International enjoyment units. That's a term I coined. I also coined the term natural father for natty daddy. My friend David said, people have been saying that for years on the internet. I said, yeah, because he copied me. I said it 10 years ago. And I said, find another video older than mine that calls it the natural father. I'll pay you money. He never got the money because he never found the video because it don't exist. IEUs are very high. In the 90s, 93, most excellent. Yeah. These whiskeys are on point. On point. Is Irish whiskey my favorite type of whiskey? No. No, it isn't. I did Finlagen, Isla, smoky. Not too smoky, but it's pretty dang smoky. Single malt. But that's what I like. Boy, that's... But that's coming later. But I like Irish whiskey, though. No joke. Ron, off topic, but have you ever reviewed Peels? I reviewed Peels off air, in other words, on written reviews, Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. But by the time I went to do video reviews, I couldn't find Peels anymore. So, but I have reviewed it. Yes, it's very nice, or it was very nice. I think they discontinued it. FD says, now this is a battle. It is a battle, and I'm not sure yet. That Frio beer is also bad. I didn't like it. I like the Frio 6%. I didn't love it. I said I liked it. The Frio Light, you see, the problem with that one is so light that it evidences a lot of negative things that you wouldn't pick up with the 6, or that you would have less chance of picking up. The Frio, well, we don't get it in Louisiana. I always find it at HEB if I go to Texas. It's made in Memphis at the old Schlitz Brewery by City Brewing. Well, I mean, it's a trade-off, and it's not that good of a trade, really. But it's, my friend David said, I would buy it. I would buy it. I said, well, it's a moot point. We cannot get it. But I mean, okay. Be careful with Jameson. It can really get you in some trouble. Yeah, but I don't plan to get in trouble. I'm going to eat lunch and take it easy. Scoggett is in the house. Hello, brother, says Dan Page. Skaga says, hey, Dan Page, hope you are doing well, my brother. FD says, Founders IPA session is good. Oh, with the station wagon, the session IPA, all day IPA. Yeah, it's about the only good one you can get. Same to you, buddy. 10 years ago and on tape. Yep, on video. Can't beat that. Rapier used to be a really top-notch website, but it's gone downhill with fake reviews. Oh, fake reviews. I would say they're bizarre. They're gonna. I did this lager, this amber Vienna lager, just this morning, right? So they're saying, oh, this thing is terrible. It's a 52 out of 100. A 52. I would never eat food that was 52% good and 48% bad. You might. I wouldn't. I feel like I'd be in a hospital. But on the style, but they said in the style, Vienna lager, it was a 97. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. You're saying the beer is a 52 out of 100 because it's horrible. But in the style, it's a 97. I said, well, that means only one thing. They hate the style. Like your coworker who never tried it but rated it. Right. That's a true story. He told me that. Natural ice. That stuff's trash. This is his quote. That stuff's trash. He might have added some adjectives. Blank. Trash. I said, George, you've had it. He says, I don't think I ever had it. I said, you have a very interesting approach to liquor, beer, and wine. You don't drink it, but you rate it. It's interesting. Of course, in his mind, the greatest beer in the world is Bud Light. But that's what he thinks. Okay, but not that he's ever tried much of anything else. Corey says, cheers. They can send me beer, but I don't encourage it. I don't want people sending me beer because it's a big expense and it's a lot of trouble. It's not worth it. But I mean, you can do it, but I don't recommend it. Everyone I've said natural father to, they love it. I think you should be in charge of marketing for beer companies. I should be in charge of marketing for beer companies. I agree with that. Have you ever tried any beer from Maine? Yes. And I've liked them. Have I? Yes, I have done it. Corey J reviewed a bunch of Minnesota beers. Yeah, those Minnesota beers. Old style beer was pretty good, says Skaggy. It was. Do you have a post office box? No, but if you contact me on Alcohol Eggs, well, I'm on there on Alcohol Eggs and Facebook. If you join the group Alcohol Eggs on Facebook, I got the same Falstaff, avatar. I mean, you can contact me, but I'll run into trouble with people, like this guy from Rhode Island talking about, oh, I want to send you this ale. It's such a great pale ale. I said, it is? I never heard of it. I told him, don't worry about sending it. I mean, it's okay. Let's taste it. I think this one has more vanilla, and I think it's it's so close. I swear, this is a tie. I should call it a tie, but I'm going to say it's the Kavanagh. Ah, can't believe it. I got it right. Well, okay. Vanilla cream. That did it. So 2 wins, 3 losses. Oh, yeah, 2 and 3. That's bad, but I think it's going to improve because now we're bringing in Bushmills. Ain't no way I'm going to get Bushmills wrong. Ain't going to happen. Let's see. Last comments. Craig says, I'm drinking Maine Beer Company's Lunch IPA. I was at Michael Komaroff's in 2015, and he brought a Maine beer. They got those like plain labels, and they got the name of the beer in real small type. They do good work. That company makes great beer. Hit the like button, says Craig. I agree with that. FD says, would you ever think about making a home brew? Oh, no, I'm not I'm more of a consumer than a producer. I'm actually only a consumer and not a producer. Yeah, not a producer. I'll look great. Thank you. Brown Unibrow. That's probably his real name too. His last name is Brown. His middle name is Uni. But seriously, yeah, I mean, it's like too much trouble. Like this guy from Rhode Island was saying, "Oh, I love your reviews." I said, "Oh, here we go." He says, "I want to send you this ale from I never heard of this company, Whalers." I was like, "Okay." He said, "People love it up here in Rhode Island, Whalers APA." I said, "Okay." I'm thinking I don't really like APAs; they're kind of bland, you know. But okay, I said, "Nah, don't send it because it's a big expense and a bunch of trouble." And he said, "Okay, LOL, LOL." I took that kind of funny, you know. I was like, LOL, laugh it out loud. That's funny to you? I said, okay, but anyway, I said, let me tell you why. I said, this other guy was going to send me this beer from Georgia, and he just loved your reviews. I said he was going to send this 10% wheat beer, and I gave him my address, which I wasn't really looking to do, you know, and then he, like a couple of weeks went by, and I was like, I said, didn't you say you were going to send me that beer? Oh, yeah, bro, I'm about to get on that. I'm like, okay. And then it turned into this big thing, and I was like, you got the yayo? And then he wanted to start acting funny about it. I was like, don't act funny with me, because you approached me. I didn't ever ask for this beer. So then the guy from Rhode Island, he's over there posting videos talking about I'm harassing him. I said, how am I harassing you? You came to me. I didn't care about this beer. I don't even care about Rhode Island. I like the state. I'm sure it's very nice. It's small, you know. I said, how am I harassing you? I said, I didn't even want the beer. I'll review it. This has been for 2 years. I just said, hey, could you send it or not send it? I needed an answer. All he had to say after one day, because I'm like Tony Montana, you only got to tell me one time. After one day, I said, well, what's the story? And he could have said, look, I didn't realize it cost that much to send the product. It's kind of pricey for me. I just said, oh, yeah, well, don't worry about it. That's why I told you in the first place, don't send it. That'd have been it. But he's talking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to do my best to send it. Do my best. Well, believe me, you know me, y'all watching me. If I do my best, you're going to have it on your porch. It's going to be in your hand. You're going to be drinking it. So I don't like those games where you start playing that delay stuff. You know that what you call it? You know, there's a word for it, like you know what I'm talking about, like put people on a delay. Like, oh, I'd love to go out again. Oh, okay. Call them the next week. Want to go out to the movies? Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. See, I like to play stupid, like I don't know what's going on. Oh, really? Okay. But I'm gonna press the issue, you know. So that's the story. But you can check me out on Alcohol Eggs, and we'll see what we can do. But I don't recommend it. I'm telling you right now, I don't recommend it. I have money and I can buy beer. See, I got two good things going for me. I got money and I can buy the beer. And there's more beer available than I can actually review. Like if I did one new beer a day, that's 7 a week. The availability would pass up my production rate. So I don't, but I appreciate it. I'm like Douglas in Virginia. He just sent me all kind of beer. Didn't ask for it. I certainly didn't pay for it, and I'm not going to. But he wanted to see what I thought. So I gave honest reviews, and I got about 5 more. You know, but he's different. Not different. He's the good kind of guy because he actually sends it. You know, but anyway, so yeah, very interesting. All right, let's see. Let's look at the legitimate comments here. For some reason, the taste of Carta Blanca reminds you of Falstaff beer. Really? He's a known scammer. Don't pay any attention to that guy. Yes, yeah, that's true. No problem, Jay. Yeah, no, no big deal. Lone Star may go out of business. Yeah, Lone Star has not been independent for like 50 years. But anyway, don't believe a word that comes. I don't even care. It's not a matter of believing what they say. I don't even care what they say. It's like I know already. Anyway, the winner here, I got it right. So now I got 2 wins, 3 losses. Not good, but could be worse. Kavanagh wins. Why does Kavanagh win? Does it taste better than Jameson? I wouldn't say that. I don't believe it. But it's $5 to $7 cheaper, and it's certainly not worse. And I could tell them apart, barely, but I could do it. So I know what's going to happen now. All the Jameson people are going to be like going in hysterics, like, why are you picking on Jameson, bro? My daddy used to drink that. My father drank it. He was in Vietnam. Okay, I get that. And I thank him for his service. You're bringing in topics that are unrelated to the taste challenge. People do that. I understand a lot of people drink it. I understand a lot of people's grandfathers drank it, and they had it at a wedding. And I said this like I'm wearing it out. I've said it. You get it? I like Jameson. I'm not an anti-Jamesonite. I like it. I would recommend it. I can understand why Father Pat used to drink it when he was at our church. He got transferred to New Orleans. Okay? That's not the issue. But this little outlier here, Kavanagh, which most people never heard of, including me until I saw it, it's really good, and it's $5 to $7 cheaper. So therefore, by using deductive logic, deductive reasoning, I mean to say, it's going to win. Now, we got 3 left coming up in the next few days. Bushmills Original, the white label. No, I'm not going to get them confused. The Bushmills Black, that's an impossibility. It cannot happen. So that brings us to 3 and 3, 4 and 3. And then the Bushmills Red Bush. I'm not going to confuse that. So that's 5 and 3. Not a great record, but it is a winning record. And okay, we made the playoffs in a wild card. We got beat in the first round. But anyway, Baptist priests are allowed Jameson. Well, Baptists don't have priests. Okay, VO is much better. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Canadian whiskey. We're doing Irish whiskey here. Okay, sound like a good value. It is a good value. Slippery Pete. So the winner is Kavanagh. And I got to say this. Kavanagh has been winning and winning and winning, and I'm very impressed with it. I'm very happy with it. And I'm so glad I bought it. Thank y'all. Take care.